Okay, lots of books to choose from. Oh my gosh, so many. Let's go downstairs because we can see all these, and we'll come back here and be so excited that there are books left. The most recent one we picked up was Aesop's Fables, which I want to keep reading because I've always wanted to read it, and like I've never like bought it. There are lots of books I want to read that I don't like buy, and I don't have a library card because in Saddle we don't have a library, and to get a library card for like Upper Saddle River is $200 or something. So I didn't have one growing up. I don't have one now. I mean, like some houses in Saddle River like have their own library. They have like a library room. But let's pick up one of these books. This book has dust all over it. I like a good story with layers. I now have 10 books at home. Let's go. Yeah, that episode was weird. The Vogue episode, she gets like drunk at work. I kind of feel like that was a test. Like this guy, I kind of feel like he is like socially intelligent in a way, the boss. Of course, he's a fictional boss at Vogue, so we can say whatever we want. Obviously, when we have a real boss, we respect them till the end of time and do whatever they say, unless it's unethical. And then, because we don't want to be Nazis. But yeah, like, you say, like basically, yes, sir. Like, whenever they ask you to do something, you don't complain. You don't say, I don't feel like it. You don't say, can you assign this to another person? We have lots of respect for bosses. But this is a fictional boss, okay? Carrie Bradshaw, someone this is a misconception. Carrie Bradshaw is not a real person. This isn't a documentary. It's a totally fictional show. It's like the Berenstain Bears. It's like so this is not. It's not. There isn't like a boss at Vogue who this guy is playing. It's not based on any true stories. Carrie Bradshaw doesn't actually exist or have a column. She's played by an actress named Sarah Jessica Parker. Just like the Lord of the Rings isn't real, it didn't happen. Like, so is the same with Sex and the City in the series. And honestly, someone was telling me that sex columns are like extremely rare. Extremely rare. Like the New York Times doesn't have a sex column. The New Yorker doesn't have a sex column. The Atlantic doesn't have a sex column. The Wall Street Journal doesn't have a sex column. Thought Catalog doesn't have a sex column. Yeah, Cosmo usually has like sex tips and stuff. But like I don't think there's usually an author attached to it actually. There just isn't a lot of work for sex writers. I'm aware of Dan Savage. He has like a sex question and answer thing on the internet. I don't think it's ever been in print. So not only has Carrie Bradshaw never existed, but there's basically no such thing as a sex column. Yes, Vogue exists, and yes, people do work there, but this boss is fictional, which means that maybe the person with his position is a woman. Maybe it's someone 10 years older. Like, maybe it's a black guy, It's not this guy at all. So I thought he was kind of testing her in this fictional, not real show by asking her if she wanted a drink. Like, if I were her, I would have said no thanks. And he's like, I'm doing it. Like, this is how it works here. And I certainly, I mean, like, I wouldn't have gotten drunk, I'd say. Like, maybe she could have, like, it's hard to know what to do in that situation. You could, I mean, I feel like she should have known by now that if you're wearing stilettos, like there's only so much you can drink because then you're gonna fall over. So like maybe she should have like accepted it and like taken the glass and had like 2 sips, like 1 sip at the beginning, a sip in the middle of the conversation, and a sip before she, before she said, well, it's been nice seeing you, and especially if you're a lightweight, that would have been, I think, a lot more like socially acceptable. Just because your boss is doing it, I mean. And also, I thought another thing he tested her with was trying on all the clothes and stuff. Like she should have. That was a test. Cause I think to pass it, she should have said, "Oh wow, what an amazing collection! I couldn't possibly take anything from this collection. It belongs to Vogue, and there's a reason that you have it. And like, it feels like stealing to take it. Okay, let's just go. I think we got 5 pieces for a fireplace. What else? I was really inspired by Charlotte this episode because she was so generous with Miranda. I mean, yeah, she cried because, but I mean, that was kind of like one of those like visceral reactions, and she wasn't inconsolable, right? Miranda was able to console her, and she felt better, I thought Miranda at times was like a little bit unreasonable. Because I mean, just like in general. Not about the fried chicken though. I was kind of like, fried chicken. Is it okay to be like, I don't have time to go shopping for my baby, so I'm gonna have a baby shower? Like, like maybe you should have a baby shower out of the generosity of your heart, to share your simcha, your, good blessing event with like other people. She also started yelling at Charlotte, and I felt like Charlotte was being really nice to her. And when someone's being really nice to you, it doesn't mean that you should like yell at them. It means that you should be really nice back. So, I do understand that having a baby is said to be very stressful. So in one sense, you could argue that now that she is stressed out from about to be being a mommy, maybe she does have the right to raise her voice or all that stuff. But you could just as well argue that because she's about to be being a mommy, maybe she should control her anger even more, because the baby can like feel it probably in her body, and then you don't want the baby to grow up with those habits. I mean, I think she is like a single mom in this episode, or whatever. So that's even more stressful. And like God knows, literally God knows like what anyone does in this situation. Some people choose that situation, I think. It's really tough. It kind of reminded me of Girls, where Hannah is getting help from Allison Williams from Marnie. And Allison Williams is being so generous, and then and Hannah just keeps getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and like it's like unclear why. Oh, let's play music first, and then light a fire. Or should we light a fire first? Let's light a fire first, and then we'll play music. So we can be nice and warm when we play music. Venice. Did you all think that Carrie was like uplifting enough when she had dinner with her boss and she told him about her breakup? It's kind of like a weird subject. You're a grand old friend, you're a high-flying flag, if ever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the woman of the free and the brave. Every heart beats to the red. Oh, one sec. Hello? Yeah, I'm on Zoom. That's okay, right? Oh, right, yeah, didn't come today. Tomorrow's another day, we'll figure it out. Professional Monday. Okay, thanks, Mom. See you later. No worries. Every heart beats true with a red, white, and blue, where there's never a bus so red. For all the acquaintance be forgot, I am the grand old flag. I almost got those postcards. I keep almost getting them, and my friend was like, you know, you really have like an international spirit. There's something about you that's just like very international. So you have to be careful if by putting up American flags everywhere. Like I have, I don't know if that's true though. Pretty good at. I have some eye tricks. Okay. Let's read. What book did we get? What'd you bring me? What'd you bring me? That's what they said in embarrassing period. Oh, whoops. More anticipation is. Where do you put the book? She? We don't know where their name is. Read a book. Okay. So thoughts we came with. These are the five before we came with? Oh, it was 5 books because Moby Dick is 2 books. And then we picked up Poems, Metamorphoses, The Six Swans, Fables, and we have one other one. This book is ours to 2, and Amontillado. Amontillado. I don't know that. The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. Ooh. Oh, it's only 13 pages. We should read it sometime. Let's read one more fable because that's really important to it. Maybe we could try reading. It sounds like dark though. Is it rated Rachel? Does anybody know? So let's see what we've read so far. We read The Fox and the Grapes, and we learned that if we have a unsuccessful experience, to not say that, to not knock the whole experience. We learned not to be greedy. We learned not to be greedy. Not to be deceptive, maybe. What was this one? I do remember this slightly. Oh, right, the difference between notoriety and fame. Notorious. The charcoal burner and the fuller. Let's see how long it is. Okay, it's just that page. There once was a charcoal burner. Does anybody know what that is? It's like someone who's making a fireplace, like we just did.